What's up, everybody? Dr. Gino Gibson here, part of I Speak Life, and today I have a wonderful topic and a wonderful young man that I am interviewing. His name is Malik Crosswhite. We're here in Columbus, Ohio, and what I want to talk to you, well, first of all, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you're here, man. Glad that you're here.
Invite.
And it's going to be amazing to talk to people about what we're going to talk
Yes,
about.
sir.
Malik
Yes,
is in his mid-20s, and he believes in being financially independent. He is already working toward that. And every time he leaves my office, he'll say, I'm going to make $1 million, right? He is killing the game. He already owns property. Again, he's in his mid-20s. And I want him to talk to us and to me about, what started you in doing this and where you're trying to go.
So I graduated from the Ohio State University with a bachelor's in industrial engineering, degree in science, and I honestly thought that was going to be the gateway to being financially stable. But during the pandemic, I realized very quickly that even people that were at where I wanted to be at got fired, got laid off, and ultimately had no money coming in, even with that degree that we think is also amazing. So I started doing research about how the actual rich people, the top 5%, were staying at that top 5% and not having to go to school, or if they didn't want to, or doing certain things. And the number one thing that I realized was they all owned assets, and those assets for the most part were real estate. It's all about what you own, and honestly they own nothing, but they control everything, and that's a whole different subject because they put what they own in trusts and in LLCs, but that's a whole different conversation. But my main goal is to be able to have that same testimony that I have so many different levels of income coming in, whether I'm renting my car out, whether I have real estate, whether I'm doing Airbnb arbitrage. It doesn't matter what it is, and you're never really there. There's always something else to do to bring extra income in. So that's what I try to do.
Well, when I met you, man, I was amazed that you weren't pressed about anything. I was amazed. You were like, well, I can be there. I'm like, don't you have a job? You said, yeah, my job is a little different, though. And then I start talking about how you have so much free time during the day, but when you're really ready to go get it, you go get it. So how can you encourage some other young people to do stuff like that?
Well, I would just say really soul search and figure out who you are. And then from there, do research on how other entrepreneurs have made money doing something that you enjoy. I loved property. I grew up looking at, land or different buildings going in. So I already had a love for that. So it was easy to fall in love with, I'm not a realtor, but it was easy to fall in love with real estate, the acquiring of real estate, because I already loved it. But there's other things that people can do on top of their 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, but on top of that, just to make sure that you're securing the bag, as we say. So I would definitely encourage people to first find out what you like first, and then do research to see how people make money doing that.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Can I borrow $5? I mean, yo, this is Dr. Gino Gibson, I Speak Life, again with Malik Crosswhite. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it, and always, I speak life. Peace.